Hello and welcome back, everyone. It is 13:04. We have Queen Isabel here, who has just recovered from her surprise double whammy, as we're going to call it. So she is now recovered. She's just admiring her beautiful babies. She did just receive a letter from the Baroness saying, "So sorry for the disappointment of no male heir. However, our agreement will cease at this moment. She can no longer stand having the queen sleep with her husband. So she is telling Isabel the deal is off, pay them for the children that they provided. And then that's the end. If not, then there will be consequences. So Isabel will be dealing with that eventually. So right here I have the king and queen. They're going to age the babies up. This was still when I was having issues. And ding, 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 the Baron is the father. So if that is who you guessed, you are correct. So, but there's, I mean, with that red hair, look at them. So this is Colette. I love that name. I've been waiting to use that name. So I will say it was a good idea that with the Baron having red hair, I mean, who's going to sit here and say that these two are not the king's daughters? I'm not going to say it. That's treason. But so this is Margaret, little Margaret, Marguerite when we're feeling fancy. So they are opposites. We have Colette, who is already very sophisticated. She is the definition of a princess. And then we have Margaret, who is more wiggly, independent, outspoken. I think she's going to be the wild one. But so here are little princesses. I do think that Colette resembles Queen Isabel, but it's also very hard for me to tell. I'm not good at that. But I mean, really, they definitely resemble the king. Look at that hair. Anywho, let's go and check on Scorpia, Theodora, and all of them in Forgotten Hollow. See how the relationship is going there. So over in Forgotten Hollow, we have Scorpia with her sister Freya. Yes, Freya. I kept calling her Faye. There's a reason for that, but I apologize. So they're just sitting here, hanging out. We have Sigurd, the heir who appeared out of thin air. And I've just decided to keep him. So we're just going to say that Theodora and Mercia, lovely, had a child when they were young before she was kidnapped, and that's Sigurd, and here he is. Yes, I got that name from Vikings. I don't care. It's a great show. Watch it. But yeah, because I mean, he's their brother, so that's where we're at. We have Scorpia, who is the rebel child, very wild, outspoken, and aggressive. Sigurd he just feels like he's the boss. It's his job to watch over his sisters. And then Freya she's strong, but she's quiet. She's that lethal quiet person. She's an intellectual, so she's strong, but she doesn't show it. So I think that Sigurd probably picks on Scorpia for not, having the same dad as them. And then Freya's always there to make her feel better. They're best friends. They love each other. There are no secrets between them. Except for one. Nobody knows that Scorpia has been in contact with her deceased father. He tells her to keep it a secret. He tells her that no one would understand and they would make him go away. You see, he's been filling her head with all these stories, painting Theodora and Mercius as the ones that were in the wrong. And really, if you think about his side of it, to him, that's the truth. They are the villains of his story, and He wants his daughter to know not to trust them. And he tells her he will always be here for her, watching over her, protecting her, and guiding her. He tells her to beware of those who seem like they're friends. And Scorpia listens to her father because that's her whole heart. And he's sad. He's so sad that he can't be there with her in the physical world. Walk away. Console your father. He's sad. Damn it. And considerate. Thank you. Good. Gain some empathy. See, he's the only one she's ever felt true support from. That's not enough. Even with the visits, she cries to him every day, every night. She feels like a part of her soul died when he did. And we had Theodora making it all about herself. She feels like she can't do anything right. And she just wants to fix the relationship that she had with her daughter. All she wants is for her and Scorpia to be as bonded as she thought they were. Theodora tells her, you need to understand, your father wasn't a good man. We did what we did because there was no other choice. Scorpia's like, no, you didn't even look for another option. Theodora's like, of course I did. Do you think I wanted to kill him? To kill anyone? Of course you did. You hated him. You hated him. You wanted to be with Mercius. I hate him. Theodora's like, no, Mercius saved us. Don't you understand? And Scorpia's like, don't you understand? He was my father. He was there for me. Where were you? You left. Don't talk to me about him. And Theodora's like, I left because he kidnapped me. Scorpia's like, I'm not listening to this. He was a good man. He was there for me. You left. You abandoned us. You're the one that was wrong, not him. Stop talking about my father. Theodora doesn't know what else to say. And here he comes. Listening to the fighting, he just can't help but feel like all the choices he made, how he could have done it differently. Scorpia's marching off. That fight took a lot out of her. He needs to eat. Sigurd's like, I heard you fighting with Mom over your dumb dad. Freya's like, be nice, Sigurd. Don't talk to her like that. Scorpia's like, my father's better than yours. Mine was a great, powerful sorcerer. And Freya's like, listen, they were both fine. You know, it's a terrible story, but we're all here together. Everything happens for a reason. Freya is definitely her father's pride and joy. There's Theodora like, comfort me. I'm sad. I think Theodora gets ignored because all the attention goes to Freya. She's just trying to figure out how to keep her family together and, you know, harmoniously. I feel like no one got a real good look at Freya because I had so many glitches in the last video. So here she is. She is absolutely stunning. No one can say Theodora doesn't make some beautiful children. Oh gosh, she's going to be a knockout. Her and Scorpia, man, they are just drop-dead gorgeous. Look at her. Little princess. Oh my gosh. And then here's Sigurd. I don't really know what to do with him, so he's just here. He's like, yep, I'm here. Back in Windenburg, we have Queen Isabel, who's coming to check on the babes. You know, this has to feel like a second chance, like redemption for her. She lost her first child, then she could not get pregnant. It was hard to get pregnant, and now she has two beautiful little girls. So I think she definitely feels blessed and like her luck is turning. But she knows the king wants a son, so she needs to get right back into the role.
Sturb.
So she approaches the king and she's like, "Hey, like I'm rested and I was thinking if you weren't busy with your kingly duties." Yeah. Oh, he's just melting. Look at him. Hold me closer. Yes, you love it, honey. So she tells him, let's get this rolling. I know you want a male heir. You've been patient, so he's feeling lucky and hopefully fertile myrtle, since she just had two kids. So away they go. The babes are like, aren't we enough? All right. Come on, Isabel, you got this. Pee on that barley. What's it say? Damns it. Okay, well, Queen Isabel still needs to go over and see if the Baron and Baroness are taken care of. Wink, wink. So Isabel eavesdrops, and she overhears commotion. There's a fire. Oh no! This is tragic! What a horrible, horrible accident! Queen Isabel's like, get me the out of here! So the Baroness went to cook, and the stove just ignited in some freak, totally weird fire accident thing. And she's burning alive. No one's helping her. What a horrible, horrible thing to walk into. Just, oh my god. The shock, the horror, the death. Yep, that's death. What a totally bizarre thing to happen on the day that the queen comes to pay them after the threatening letter. Grimm's like, you're giving me a lot of business today. Queen Isabel's like, I do what I can. I do what I can. Like, can you please, like, take care of this? It's starting to smell. I'm hungry. And Grimm's thinking about the daughter. Okay, well, Grimm is clearly trying to court the Baron's daughter. That's cool. I don't think she's into dead guys, but, you know, it's dark times, dark ages. The son is just crying. He's so young. He lost his mom. The queen goes to try and console everyone. Starting with the Baron. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What a horrible thing to happen. He's like, it hurts. I never realized how much I actually cared. And Queen's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, we know, you cared so much. But, you know, think about the life you're gonna have now with the rise in your station and the money. And he's like, yeah, I guess. And Grimm's like, yeah, listen to her. So the queen goes to show portraits of the twin girls. She's like, look at your... Oh no. He doesn't care. She's like, what do you mean you don't want to see them? Oh, I can't believe this. He's like, talking to his daughter, I think you should become one of my ladies in waiting. And the Baron's like, whoa. I just lost one woman in my life. I don't need the other one going. He's not ready for this. Are you, sweetie? Like, that's such a huge honor. I mean, it's a terrible time, but I mean, it might be a good distraction. And Queen Isabel is like, yep, yes, good distraction. So you'll come back to the castle. Don't worry, I will find you a wonderful match. The Baron is very unsure about this. I think he knows that the Queen wants to keep his daughter close. If for anything, you know, at least collateral. So, but his daughter's like, Dad, it really would be good. Like, Mom's gone. I think this would be good. I'm grown. I need to start living my life. Baron's like, I can't listen to this right now. Queen's like, so are you in? She's like, absolutely. Just, you know, give me a little bit of time, Warren, and I will go back with you. Queen's like, fair enough. But she's the only one that she's being patient with. Queen Isabel goes up to the Baron and she's like, hey, I need a male heir. Come on, let's go. And the Baron's like, are you for real? I just lost my wife. Are you kidding me? It hurts. My heart hurts. Don't you understand? Queen Isabel's like, don't you understand? We had a deal. I need a male heir. We agreed on money and a rise in station. Baron's like, I know, it just happened, and I don't mean to not cooperate, but can I just have some time, please? I just can't. I can't. Do you understand? And the Queen's like, I guess I can understand. Maybe I'm being inconsiderate. I'll give you a day, and I'll come back. But I can only give you a day. There's a lot on the line. The Baron's like, I understand. So Cece leaves and comes back the next day. But the Baron still isn't ready. He starts making excuses. Queen's like, enough of this already. You asked for time. I gave you time. I can only be so patient. Baron's like, please, you're taking my daughter away after I just lost my wife. She is grieving. I'm grieving. Don't you have a soul? Like, I know why you're taking my daughter. You want to keep her close, to keep me in line. I'm not stupid. You might think I'm stupid, but I'm not. Please, Isabel, I'm sorry. I know you need me, and I have no problem fulfilling it. It's just, I need more time. Queen Isabel is exhausted from her journey, so she agrees to give him more time. She says she's going to stay the night. She'll be taking his daughter with her in the morning. He pays him, and he goes to bed. No one's happy she's here. News reaches Windenburg about the Baroness's accident. Beth and the Earl are friends with the Baron's family. So, Countess is telling her family how grateful she is for them. And she's going to talk to her husband about what an awful thing to happen, and that they should go and give their condolences in person. The Earl says he has way too much business, but she's absolutely right. He adores the Countess. He loves his wife, not as much as he loves himself. But so he encourages her and says, you're absolutely right. You go, give our condolences, and just make sure they're okay. Upon arriving, the Countess hears arguing. How can you let her stay here? You know she's responsible for what happened to Mom. That wasn't an accident. Hush. Hush. Don't tell me to hush. I'm not a little girl anymore. I know what was going on. The Countess hesitates. She goes to walk away, but curiosity gets the better of her. She knocks on the door. One moment! But she lets herself in. Coming upstairs, she sees them scrambling, trying to hide someone. Countess sits down with the children. She asks how they're doing. The Baron's daughter's like, oh, Dad's taking it pretty hard. We're just trying to get through. And the Countess like, who's here? And the Baron's son is like, oh, I know, and the Baron's daughter's like, hush, it's just a relative. And the son's like, no, 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 it's not, tell her. She's like, shush. Like, it's just a relative that came to help after Mom. Countess says, okay. After everyone goes to sleep, she knows that something is going on. There's more than what they're telling her. So the Countess decides while everyone's asleep to do some snooping. So she starts digging around, and what does she find but the Queen's seal? Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. It must be one of her ladies-in-waiting. Oh, this is good. So the Countess continues. Then all of a sudden, someone gets out of bed. The Countess's heart drops. It's the Queen. The Queen herself. Isabel walks over and begins screaming. What are you doing here? What do you think you're doing? How dare you? What do you know? What did you find? You didn't see anything. The Countess is horrified. I'll have you hanged, she yells. No, your family. I'll have your family hanged. The Countess panics and runs off. The Queen follows after her. She sits her down. Just then, the Baron wakes up from the commotion. He's horrified. The Countess starts pleading. Your Majesty, please, I didn't see anything. I'm overwhelmed with grief. I just lost my friend. I was just looking for something to remember her by. I know you're just here because you obviously care about your subjects. And so you're here taking care of them, and you're probably tired from your trip. Queen's like, yeah. Tired from my trip. And the Baron's like, she doesn't mean it. She's not being honest, Isabel. We have to do something about her. And the Countess was like, no, really. It's a long trip from the castle. You were exhausted. You had to take a nap. That's all this is. Your Majesty, please. And the Baron's like, Isabel, she's gonna reveal us. Countess is like, what do you mean? There's nothing to reveal. I didn't see anything. And the Queen's like, hush, Baron. Baron is panicked. He doesn't want to be a loose end. He tells the Countess if she leaves, she cannot say anything. He's scared that what happened to his wife will happen to the rest of his family. Countess is like, I wouldn't say anything. I swear I'm loyal to you, Your Majesty. Please, you have to believe me. The Baron's overwhelmed. He's terrified for what the Queen will do next. He's seen it firsthand. Just then the Queen tricks the Countess with something. Because I believe you. You can go. Go back to your family. I'm well rested. I'm gonna go home too. Let's just forget this ever happened. Countess is like, yeah. Well, just nothing ever happened. None of us were even here. I'm just gonna go, and I won't say a word. And the Queen's like, good. The Countess feels relieved, but then starts feeling a little under the weather. She goes to get up, and all of a sudden she gets really dizzy. Something's not right. She knows she needs to get out of there, so she runs off. She gets really dizzy. Her skin starts feeling weird. She knows she needs to go home. She doesn't know what's happened, but she knows the Queen did something. She's in a panic trying to find her way home. She keeps getting lost. Finally, she makes her way. Upon arriving home, her husband sees that something's not right. He runs after her, gives her a hug to hold her up. What's wrong? The Countess starts panicking. I don't feel well. I went to go give our condolences, and the Queen was there, and oh my gosh, I think I saw something I wasn't supposed to see, and I don't really remember. I think she might have poisoned me. Poisoned you? She's like, I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know what's going on. So her husband says, it's okay. I heard a rumor. I didn't believe it, but I know where we have to go. Just hang on, my love. So they travel to Theodora. Outside, Sigurd greets them. Since his father cannot be out during the daytime, Sigurd takes patrol duties. So Countess is currently dealing with amnesia. She's not sure where she is, who she's with. She's completely losing her mind. and fading fast. So Theodora whips up a concoction that's totally not macaroni and cheese. And they all come in. She said everyone can have some. It will help protect you from anything else that's related to this poisoning. Immediately, the Countess starts feeling better. The signs of her dizziness and amnesia fade away. It's hilarious because the Countess thought that Theodora was the enemy of the crown. Here it turns out they're the ones that saved her. Loyalties are shifting. So the Countess thanks Theodora. Theodora tells her it's no problem. You know, I don't know everything that's going on, but I'm always here to help. The Countess says, I'm starting to remember everything. And Theodora says, I think you need to rest. Rest up, you guys can stay. And then tomorrow you can tell me what happened. I'm friends with the Duchess, and maybe there's something that we can do. The Countess goes and rests. Missing their son, the Earl comes up and starts spending time with Sigurd. He's like, hi, I never knew they had a male heir. And Sigurd's like, yeah, you know, people forget about me, I guess. Theodora is trying to still mend her relationship with Scorpia, and Scorpia just does not care. She thinks that Theodora needs to stop helping everyone. You know, Theodora's like, that's just not who I am. So feeling better, the Countess, refreshed, goes to tell Theodora everything that she remembers within reason. She's like, I went and I was searching and I knew someone was in the bed and the queen popped up and Theodora's like, the queen? What, girl? And so Theodora's telling the Countess she needs to tell the Duke and the Duchess and to go there and she'll be safe. Countess thanks Theodora again for everything. Theodora's like, I have no problem helping. Doing favors are my thing. You know, always happy to help, and, you know, maybe one day you'll be able to help me. Countess like, of course, anything. Theodora's like, I'll remember that. The Countess has no idea what it means to be indebted to Theodora. Theodora's like, oh, I have some plans. Now everything might come together. The Countess goes to visit the Duke and Duchess, but it looks like Charles has aged up, so he needs a makeover. Okay, I love this. So the game gave him the red highlights, like his dad has the blonde hair with the red beard, and look at him! Oh my god! I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. Look at him. Oh my god, he definitely looks like his mama. Look. Oh my god, I'm absolutely in love with how he came out. The blonde with the oh my god. I couldn't have even, like, come up with that as good as the game did, so kudos. We have little Thomas here. He's like, I want red hair. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get highlights when you age up. So the Countess fills the Duchess in on everything, and the Duchess is like, I believe you. Something needs to be done, you know, about this, and we're working on it. It's just going to take some time. Countess thanks her for listening. She's very, very tired. So she tells her she needs to take her leave. But thanks to her and Theodora, and, you know, her alliance is definitely with the Duke and Duchess now. So the Duchess thanks her, and they decide to, you know, work together. Anything that the Duke and Duchess need, she will help. But now we have to do a death roll. We have good odds, though. We have good odds. So, let's do it. Time to roll for Charles. So, 9 and 19. We do not want 9 or 19. Where am I? Oh my gosh, I don't even have it up.
Wasn't prepared. I didn't think I was gonna have to roll. Okay. We do not want a 9 or a 19. Charles doesn't make it. It's so sad right now. He has the blonde with the oh my god, he's the king's favorite. He was the promised child. He's betrothed to Scorpia. Okay, okay, we're gonna do one more thing. I'm so sad. I'm gonna do roll for years. Immediate death. Like, what other option is there? Um, you know what? I'm just gonna put murdered. Okay. I'm so upset right now. All right, let's spin. I'm gonna have to think on this. I'm gonna go cry now.
And so help me God, if it ends up being you, Isabel, I will end you. You hear me? Your reign of terror will be done. I will end you. Ugh.